Jarvis Carruthers, 9th grade, William Academy. It's important to learn about community design to see what happens in our community and how it affects the people in the community. I learned that specific things open in specific areas and neighborhoods. Like, there's a family center, it's right across the street from the park, and that tells me that it's specifically supposed to be right there. And so, a lot of different parts of the neighborhoods work together to create one. So like, there's a lot of different parks and resources and things that affect neighborhoods. And if they didn't have those things, then the neighborhood would be totally different than what they are. I didn't know that, like, from 1st Avenue South, there was a lot of abandoned buildings around this area, like everywhere. I learned that the neighborhoods are different, but they also have a positive and a negative. For example, like in the suburban neighborhoods, everything's basically the same, like a utopia, but transportation was a lot different than urban. So like it took them a longer time to get out of the suburban neighborhood than the urban, because the suburban is farther out than the urban is. I think you should have a voice, because even though adults have good reasons, like the youth are gonna have the world later on in life. So I feel like if they have like a saying or something, then it should be listened to, because we are gonna make the decisions in the future. I could be involved in my community even though I can't vote yet, I should actually take part in looking at the votes and see who's voting and see who's running and see how they run their campaign and how they want to change my community. Because if I don't know anything about voting, when it comes to it, it's going to be hard for me to pick someone if I don't know what I'm talking about or what I'm facing or who's running or not. My favorite part was actually the interviewing, because I got to hear people's stories and backgrounds, and it wasn't just for like this year. I've interviewed some people that's been in Nashville since the 80s and 90s, and they talked about how things changed, and it was like a flashback for me, kind of. My problem was gentrification, and my solution was getting people together to vote and to figure out what's happening in the community and why. And I said voting because it's not just random people that are making gentrification happen. It's the people that are running like in the office and things. So if you vote on different people, then maybe the issue wouldn't happen. But certain people don't want to vote. So I feel like getting them together and vote and figuring out the issue will solve a lot of problems.